Welcome to First and Goal, where everything is made up and the points don't matter. Get ready for the latest and hottest topics in the SML. Let's get started. Here's your host, Mad Bomber.
All right, welcome to First and Goal. Tonight's episode, we've got Prime, the 16-time SML champ, the GOAT. It's lit. It's fire. We got ZZ finally figuring out how to use Discord, a camera, or anything electronics. And then we got the next big thing, who's already the last big thing. It's Fazz.
You can't keep up with Paulie, bro.
How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, doing good, man. Thanks for having
All
us.
right.
Oh, man.
So it took a little bit to get started, but well, let's jump into topic number one. Has the content gone MIA? So Paulie had his the truth, and he said that there was too much content, and we had, sabotage, we had the top 10, we had a bunch of different things, and it seems like they've all kind of gone to the wayside. We'll start with you, Prime. What do you think? Do you notice it's gone, or what do you think's kind of attributed to that?
Yeah, seeing how I'm a savvy commissioner. It's something we've seen a million times. Right at the beginning of the cycle, people are super excited. All right, let's talk about the top 10, for example, meets. If you don't know meets by now, hey, we've seen a lot of graphics throughout the playoffs, but what happened after QB won the Super Bowl? I mean, I didn't even see one Patriots or Chargers Super Bowl graphic. That's just how it is with meets. He's excited and then he's not excited. Usually gets excited when he starts winning. Sabotage, Coop's getting beat up by myself and you, Bomber, twice this season from the both of us. So we can't really say much about that. But really, the fact is that at the beginning of the cycle, people are hyped. That's why when ZZ and I talked, we had said we might come back in seasons for Total Access. Why put out more content for Total Access when we knew people were going to just be spamming stuff then fade away? So that's just how the wave goes, I think.
Okay, what do you think, ZZ?
Oh, well, just to bounce right off of that, I think Prime has a real big point about, like, soon as we stopped Total Access, the content went, in the trash. So I don't know if, people like competing with Total Access or if they like bouncing ideas off of the commissioner, and ZZ sometimes has an opinion about things or whatnot. But I don't know. It's 32 guys, man. It's 32 different minds. So who knows what's in these guys' head when they make content or what they do to gain points. And then we were at the end of a cycle. That's a great point there, Bomb. You got to give me a couple of extra points. We're at the end of a cycle. So a lot of guys was trying to get those extra points for evals just so that they can boost their team up so that they can pick. And then as soon as the cycle starts, bam, they turn them down.
That makes sense if those shows started last cycle, but they were all this cycle. So
yeah, ZZ's wrong.
No,
that's going to be a minus
show.
Point. Plus, you said the content now is trash. I think I make 2 or 3 shows. So
ZZ called
No,
Bob.
not you.
Oh no!
I did not call you trash, Bomber. You're the only person making content. That's my point.
Oh, that's why I only took 2 points.
Who else?
All right, Faz, what do you got over there?
Oh
man, I hope nobody was listening to Paulie. Definitely no such thing as too much content. I don't even know what ZZ up to right now. I can't keep track of him. He's off the radar. But yeah, I hope people weren't listening to Paulie. All content's good content. I loved the Rowan, his show with you, Bomber, the mock draft. I love seeing stuff like that. Hopefully it was just, the lack recently has been a combination of, you're in playoffs, you're in the off season, they're faster advances, less guys are involved. So hopefully it's more that and not a theme. What is ZZ up to? What are we doing over there?
I'm not sure if he just can't figure out the camera or what's going on.
I'm giving you negative points.
See, I actually kind of tend to agree with what you said. I think that the speed of the postseason, that really kind of takes away from the ability to create content, because by the time you have a plan for something, there's a whole nother round been played, and then like you said, a lot less people involved, so that may contribute to it as well.
You took points from me for saying that.
Oh my God, you're begging. I'll give you a point back. All right, you're back to 0.
Hey, there you go, ZZ. You finally got one.
All right. So topic 2. Topic 2. After the last 2 in-game weeks, this one kind of came to me as thinking maybe we should talk about this. Is there a place for where we should schedule games? We don't really have a place where we can just write it down and everybody can go look. Oh, that's when the Redskins are supposed to be playing, or that's when QB says he can play. So we'll start with Fazz on this one. Do you think we should have a place for schedules?
Oh, this is a targeted question. And you know what? I'm gonna take the bait. GroupMe is brutal. This is an awful platform. You can't find anything. There's no organization. You absolutely need a place where you can see where games have been scheduled, where you can see guys on the block. You can find streams. You can't find any of that in GroupMe. If you don't have your computer or your phone up 24/7, you're going to miss, 55 messages. And in there, you're going to miss an important game, something you wanted to see. So, it would be great to have a little more customization, a little more organization. Discord all the way. Give it to us, even though ZZ can't figure it out.
Now, I will say, having done this show with probably at least a third of the league, the website isn't the problem when it comes to figuring out technology and the electronics. So I don't know if Discord will help. But what do you think, ZZ? Should we have a place for schedules?
Well, the applications is not the problem of how you have a problem with scheduling games. We never had a problem with scheduling games. I was a scheduling admin. I used to stay on guys DMs every day scheduling games. We could create 10 chats on GroupMe just like you can on Discord. It's the same thing. If we created another chat, but Prime does not like more chats. That's the bottom line. Prime doesn't like chats. I wanted to create one for maybe posting your game, scheduling, and that was all been thought of before people. We bounce this stuff off each other all the time. But it's turned out that we have created a great, fantastic league where people love to play and people fight to get in here. So undoubtedly, the man might actually have a point in not creating multiple chats where multiple guys can go in and group up and talk and not being social.
All right, Prime. I know you probably got plenty to say about this. Go ahead.
Buckle up, boys. So I do want to say that it would be nice to have the customization that Discord does have with certain things, roles, all sorts of stuff. Discord offers a lot that GroupMe doesn't. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. But yes, if you have to add another chat, you have to train certain members to act accordingly in these chats and not to post in them. It's just one more chat for me to keep my eyes on. So, because it starts with just social chat, then it begins with the trade chat, then it begins with the game scheduling chat. Trust me, I know it's annoying when I tag people who've already posted their game time, but I would much rather annoy somebody in that fashion than not be able to track people using my Gort Show inactive feature. That is by far my favorite feature in GroupMe because I have an Excel sheet.
The only feature.
It's a beautiful feature.
You can reply now.
So you're saying their point is actually completely like it's no point. What could we do in Discord that we can't do here? Other than tag people with funny faces or whatnot. It's a great platform. Yeah, I know. And some guys like it. A lot of our older guys made it. As soon as like Paulie came into the chat, he was like, man, shit is everywhere. He couldn't even fucking find it because Discord is busy. I could follow it. I could get in there and do it, but some of our guys might not like it. What we've been doing has been working. Keeping guys in one social chat seems to kind of be a good idea, even though I fought for scheduling chats. I fought for whether it's like for your interviews and for just content, a content chat would be great. But then Prime has a point. How do you keep up with all of it? Who regulates it?
Yeah, there's definitely
multiple admins,
the point, multiple admins. It's just,
well, what are we losing?
You have to have a return on investment, and if we switch to Discord, because this is what it comes down to, is GroupMe versus Discord at the end of the day, and we would gain some in creativity, but what we'd lose is what really makes our league flow. The Gordon Active feature, which allows not only for Primer right now, which is huge, but for here, the polls are much better. And I know Mike has his little stupid picture that says the stupid videos or whatever. A lot of guys, a lot of family, and ZZ's shut off his camera again. But
just proving how
easy.
That's my dog.
Anyway,
just dock the guy.
This is my dog, man.
Just kick him.
It's my dog, bro.
But his dog shut off.
It's my dog, man.
All right,
It's my
Ruby's
dog,
better
bro.
than Discord.
All
That's all I got.
Oh man.
So
Maybe
everybody
if you don't
keeps
ever
saying
wanna find
Discord
anything
and Group Me, but what about using like the Daddy Leagues forum feature? We have the trade request in there. What if we were to update that weekly with each game?
You're saying the Daddy Leagues trade feature to post trades, or what?
No, the forum feature where we have the trade requests, where the trade committee goes in and pulls what people post in there. What if we were to post league schedules in there every week when we advance? We post them. Yeah,
you can. That's something we can weigh. I mean, there's definitely tons of forums you can even create in Daddy Leagues, like you said, like a game scheduling forum, just to put your time down. I don't know. It's just another step to have people do when half the time they don't even get me their game time.
Oh, that's
so
true
I don't
too.
know.
Not to mention Daddy Leagues, you to be advanced before you got in there to post your game time.
Tell us what's so great. Tell us what's so great about Discord, Fazz.
I'm hearing a whole lot of options that require multiple steps. Discord, you just do it all in one. You just have your big social chat. Everybody's still in social chat. And you swipe your credit card. Who's buying? What are you buying in Discord?
Video chat, any data.
Oh, don't even get me started on the video chat. Just literally make an Instagram and just put the link in there. Easy,
we like
easy.
Videos.
But that's an extra step. That's an extra step that you just said you're trying to do.
Every other thing is an extra step. Everything's an extra step with Group Me. So like I mean, for the one person who posts videos, I'm not worried about it.
All right. So I think we beat this one to death. All right. So let's move on to
I will never back down.
Third down is Discord versus Group Me. No, I'm just kidding. This is going to be has the competition improved in the SML? I keep hearing about guys like, and I'll just say names. Grams was really good. Prime, you were the 16-time GOAT, but a lot of you guys that are the older guys seem to be struck two-step. I've heard he was winning divisions. It looks like the competition has definitely improved to where some of these guys are really finding it hard to be competitive. What do you think? Is it improved, or if guys just trying to find their groove in the game? We'll start with you, Prime.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to 3 Super Bowls last cycle, and my quarterback was Jacob Eason last year. But for Grams,
you weren't in my division last year, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was in your division, and you went to the AFC Championship game. But for Grams, I mean, Grams has never won a Super Bowl in the SML in general, and neither has Two Step. That said, competition is better. I mean, as a league grows, we have a dev league. The more people you have, the better you're going to get. That's simple. But beyond that, the game has gotten to where the skill gap has lessened just because of the way the game's made. Like, my user used to be, bar none, the best in the league. But now it's just average because you can't cover the ground you can, and that takes away from your user ability to separate yourself from different players. They also 2 or 3 years ago added in competitive mode, simulation mode, and arcade mode. And with that, the game kind of used to play as a hybrid between comp mode and sim mode. And now simulation mode, there's way more random crap that comes in that takes away from user skill as well, just throughout the games. So yeah, it's a few things. Competition's better than the game plays much differently.
Okay. What do you think, Faz?
I actually thought that I was going to have like a hot take answer, but I'm going to agree with Prime on that. He said pretty much exactly what I planned on saying. I'd say for one that we have, when you have a 32 team league of 32 dedicated guys, like, you don't have anybody phoning it in. Nobody's tanking, nobody's missing their games. So that in and of itself is going to create, good competition. Well, so 31. But yeah, I would say that for sure the skill gap has absolutely shrunk. This game to last game, I think, is a night and day difference. It is hard to get off the field on defense, whether it's, this reach for first down feature, giving you a first down when you were stopped 3 yards short. Your user defender can't keep up the same way it used to. If your opponent plays a clean game on offense and you get, EA'd once or twice, like, you can lose any game. I don't think anybody's ever out of a game in this Madden like they have been in the past.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, except for the number of 2-win teams we had last year. I mean, there's definitely a skill gap. It's not quite
the
as
players
random.
are still bad. Players are still going to play bad, but the players who are somewhat close or in the middle, they can hang in a little bit better just because the BS extra yardage that happens on those reach plays, the users that separates the great from the good is now diminished. There's so many different things. It's terrible. ZZ, you're just gonna
you'll still
all right.
have teams.
Speaking of diminished and not very good, ZZ, what do you have on this?
Well, we can't really say that ZZ is diminished because my record's actually improved since this one.
Are you using like a voice changer?
No. I think the point is that Prime is basically saying that only reason I've gotten better is because the game just got worse.
No, holy shit, this is better.
Oh yeah. I've actually been doing a lot better. I mean, look at last year.
I'm gonna give you like 5 points because I feel bad.
4 games. Dude, I was winning like 4 or 5 games, 3 games. Go back and look at the schedule. I'm telling truth here. I got better. I ended what was last season? 7-9.
Something like that.
I mean, I was winning like 3. I was winning like 3 or 4 games. I'm competing with guys all with that. 1 game out the playoffs, dude. ZZ's getting better. The potentially great. It's actually a thing now. But to get back to the main point,
let's not
and I'm gonna say that it's a great subject and a great topic. But I think Prime done said it best. Look, the primer is what, a year old, maybe 2 years old. So we set up a system where we were funneling in like proofed guys that are good on gameplay, sim. So you're not playing 3 or 4 guys in one season that might have had this one team and get these wins and all that. The competition is just like straightforward. These guys are going to be here. I mean, we might lose one guy here and there, but immediately comes in another guy that's going to probably won a championship in the primer that comes in, and the competition is going to be even improved. But when they do come in, we're going to just completely lose. I mean, whatever. Barman ain't gonna give me points anyway.
Yeah, just talking as long as you can doesn't get you more points. You got to say something.
No, I think I made the point. Prime took the points. You gave him the easy one first.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's all. Me and Fazz the hard questions.
All right,
man.
so we're gonna move on to topic 4, and I'm gonna give it to you first. So we've had a full season in the SML done with Madden 21. What are your thoughts on the gameplay? I know they've added a couple updates and they've changed it around a little bit. But what are your thoughts on the gameplay and the abilities so far? Are they overpowered?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll say this: the X Factor's improved to where X Factor should have been before, because we had the superstar factors. X Factor was way better last season.
Says the guy with bazooka.
X Factors. Yeah. Hell yeah. Exactly. But that's the point, though, of an X Factor. That's gonna be your top thing. Make those the top abilities. I mean, I think that's a good thing. But as far as the gameplay with the ball reaching forward, the inability to stop anything on pass defense. I mean, like the point was before was that the skill has been kind of taken out a lot. You can use it all you want, but guys is going to complete and they're going to make first downs. They're going to get touchdowns. I can guarantee you look at scoring comparisons from last year to this year. I guarantee you they're way up. So that's the game got worse, but the X Factor part of it, I think the abilities part, I mean, that got better.
All right, what do you think, Fazz?
I do think that gameplay has gotten better from what we had to start this Madden. I think out of the box, Madden 21 was pretty awful. But I think with the recent, like the tuning, the balancing updates, I think they have helped. It gave a little bit of a boost to pass rush, which was greatly needed. It gave defense kind of somewhat of a fighting chance. It's still very difficult, but it's there. I don't think we're quite. I personally liked Madden 20. I think 21's not as good as 20. I do think it's improved. I will say the best thing they've done with this Madden is they really have tuned the abilities a good way. I think the abilities are much more balanced this season. Last Madden, you had there will always be OP things in games. But I think last season there was 3-4 abilities that were just so much better than all the rest. ZZ in the corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing.
No.
I thought he was raising his hand.
He's trying to look around my head at my wife, man, at the picture up there, bro. I see you, man. Watching you, dog.
All
right, Prime. So we'll go to you to finish this topic off.
Yeah. So obviously everybody said it. The abilities are better. They're not as OP, and you can look at what EA has done well with draft classes. How there's more normal dev guys. I think that's total by design. So come year 5 or year 6, there's not 30 superstars on one team. I think they did that right. Defensively, they're in the right. I talked about how the skill gap has decreased with user skills. Obviously, you can't cover as much ground with your middle linebacker or even your safety. Animations are a little bit different still between linebacker and safety. But the issue is that while they screwed you over as a user, they didn't help how the CPU reacts to plays. Safeties, corners, they don't play zone right. Man, they're a little bit better, but they still don't play any better as CPU players. And it's kind of unfortunate because this was supposed to be the best game they had for this generation of consoles. This was supposed to be the best they could make the game, seeing how this is a PS4 game and that this is what they had to offer, a bug-ridden, just trash game, and with no real improvements from PS3 franchise mode to PS4, despite all these years. So, I'm not very hyped up for what the future holds, but, it's what we got, and I'm going to keep buying it.
So just a bonus question, I guess, since nobody's prepared for this question, but it's not really something that's going to throw you off.
Uh-oh.
What do you think the PS5 version, how do you think that's going to be? I mean, do you think it's just going to be a copy of this one, or do you think the reason it's delayed till December is because they've actually been working on some type of upgrade? We'll start with you, Prime.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same thing. I think graphically it'll be much better. I think that you can always throw a little bit of sprinkles and icing on top of a cake to make it look much better. But at the end of the day, if it's still a crap cake, it's still a crap cake. I would imagine we probably won't see any big changes for another 2 years, probably.
All right, what do you think, ZZ?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to look at anything too much better. I mean, honestly, I'd be surprised if I could tell the difference when I put it on my TV. Because games came to a point, and I think we've had this discussion in chat before. I think graphically we've come to a point where it's getting harder and harder for our eyes to differentiate how good the graphics are, how good everything is. Everything's gonna look good, but I guarantee you put those games side by side on the screen to me, I probably couldn't tell you what's different on it.
Okay. Fazz, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you clearly have 3 guys here who have been playing EA games because it's going to be the same thing. We'll get a few like minor upgrades. It'll look a little better. I've heard the controller is got some cool features, so maybe you'll like feel tackles or something. But it's going to be the same game. Next year, some minor improvements. Hopefully, in 2 years we get something actually big. But my hopes are low these days when it comes to EA and new features.
Yeah. The only reason I think there could be something different coming is why not make it a launch game? Why wait till December?
Yeah.
If it's the same game, you're just coding it to play on PS5.
They're not going to go back in. They're not going to tweak any animations. They're not going to change any way the game plays. So it's going to be the same thing with a little spit and shine and some graphic push up. And
you think all that takes till December?
Same thing. And they're just going to push it up, baby.
I don't know. Are you
playing
with your tits? Out. What's going on here?
Same thing. You're going to get
bring the points down. Dock this man.
It's going to be a push-up bra for Madden, bro. That's all it's going to get. That's all I was telling y'all. Push-up bra, man. Y'all got to catch up.
Oh, you should have probably said that first. It was a little confusing.
At least we'll get Giannis and his brothers in the yard. So
that's right.
That's what
I was throwing out descriptions that it's going to be propped up. I mean, that's all it's going to be. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a propped up game. It's going to be pretty much the same thing when they spit it out, bro. Guarantee you.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of First and Goal, and that's going to leave our points at ZZ somehow with 25, which is the lowest, and then we've got Fazz also with 25. And Prime with 26 points. So Prime is going to be our winner, and he's got these 30 seconds.
Get out of here with that.
And this has absolutely nothing to do with me spanking him 4 times in a row and just trying to stay in the league by giving him a win.
This dude's buttering up the bread.
This is not fair, man. QB, I feel your pain, baby. It ain't fair.
I'm fixing to drop a freestyle right now.
All right, these are your 30 seconds.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, okay, my 30 seconds. No, you can't drop a freestyle.
I'm dropping a freestyle, boys. Let's go. All right, no, I don't got nothing.
I have to do this for my 30 seconds.
I feel bad for beating great. You know, it's like beating a 6-year-old. Fazz was an honorable opponent, but at the end of the day, he is QB, or he is Dan Heath's boyfriend. So, you know, it is what it is. In all honesty, thanks again for calling me the champion, the true GOAT, SML's greatest of all time, prime time, 000.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode of First and Goal. Tune in next week. Hopefully I'll still be in the league. Hopefully this bought me another week. So have a good night.
Thanks for listening to First and Goal. Be sure to check out Mad Bomber TV on Twitch and YouTube for the latest from the SML. And we'll see you next time on First and Goal.